So apparently it takes a letter from 100 black guys saying, hey, make a black woman your vice president pick. And the Biden team was clearly like, you know what? We'll meet in the middle with a woman of color, all right? Because I am far more comfortable calling Kamala Harris a woman of color as opposed to as opposed to a black woman. But either ways, yeah, he did it. They went and picked Kamala Harris for the VP, and honestly, this was to shore up the plantation more than anything else. They're gonna get slaughtered unless the whole all vote by mail scheme pans out in November, which I sincerely doubt. But yeah, this is you know who's having the best day? You know who's the most excited man in America right now? Willie Brown. Oh, Willie Brown is going to be all over the place. I look forward to it because he's like, oh yeah, man. My meat did that, bruh. My meat made it all the way to a vice presidential, what's the name? Man, this is magic, bro. This is black man magic right here. Oh man, and it's so strange because it was literally moments after the 100 black man video drop that it was like mere minutes after that they announced it. And hey, it is like, yo, Tulsi Hulk slammed her. Like I said, this is to shore up that plantation, the urban spaces where it's very matriarchal. They wanted to pull a Chris Rock in that movie. Had a state where they were like, yeah, we'll nominate a black guy and that'll create a whole bunch of goodwill for and for us in the future in this exact same community. And you know what? Hey, it's gonna work. I'm already seeing a ton of people. I'm not sure if you recall this or not, but I am an elected Democrat, and I'm seeing a ton of people, like particularly on the internet. Oh yeah, this is so great. This is so awesome. It's just like, how can you lie to yourself? How can you truly be so delusional? All right, because over here we've been calling it since the governor of New York went on. Well, I don't think it was the governor of New York. It was like one of the mayors. I think Virginia. I think it was the governor of Virginia went on radio talking about how, yeah, we can just remove, like, as soon as the baby's born, if the mother gives it the thumbs up or the thumbs down. I was like, ooh, blue team, you're gonna have to answer for that. You know, you do realize that, right, Biden? But shit, everything that's gone down since then makes that seem like just a footnote in the past, when they firebombed ICE facilities, when the riots started out in Portland, Chicago, everything else like that, all built off of the George Floyd lie, or misdirection, which, like I said in a previous video, America is slow, but it's not stupid. And as more people start to wake up and realize how that was just that, how that's been, fed to them, how the narrative's been fed to them. I mean, the deeper in the hole the Biden/Democrat ticket becomes. And so I really think that they've kind of just like washed their hands. Like, the establishment is the establishment. They have contingency plans on top of contingency plans. So they figured, hey, let's just, roll this one on out. This way they can't sit here and say we don't, we like the black man came out and said we have to pick a black woman. Well, you know what? We'll give them the next best thing. So that's truly amazing. But it's not but once again, it's not just the, the riots and the Antifa and the BLM, which is Antifa, just under a different shade of paint. And for that, I want to go to this young lady right here. Oh, pause. Because, yeah, she is out here. She is, her name's Ariel something, and she really tries to justify the Chicago looting and rioting. And one of the main points that I've been making on this channel since its inception is, seriously, maybe it's time for suffrage to end, because this is ridiculous. Every time you turn around, when it comes to all of these individuals who are all hyped up and running off of emotions, 8 times out of 10, it's a female sitting there screaming about how, how terrible she has it here in the United States, and really pushing against trying to push against the federal government when it's a local / county government issue that you really have. But yeah, let's listen to this broad try to justify this before we wrap this video on up.
Care if somebody decides to loot a Gucci or a Macy's or a Nike, because that makes sure that that person eats.
Doesn't this remind you of AOC? Remember when AOC was like, talking about the killing season that started in New York and talking about, well, people just have to eat. People just got to feed their families and everything else like that. You know what? Cut it out. Cut it out. Once again, it's like you are drying the empathy well. It's like you keep trying to exploit people's sympathies to a point where it's like, hey, yeah, you're not you are blatantly lying to me. You're blatantly trying to misdirect me and use my emotions against me. And that's the thing about building, because a lot of these arguments, a lot of this anger and vitriol is built off of lies, and things that are built off of lies cannot stand. That's not a strong foundation for anything, and that's why they keep ratcheting it. No pun intended. They keep ratcheting it up, like place after place. And, so to sit here and pretend as if there's an excuse that could be made for this young lady. And fellas, once again, what I always tell y'all, unnatural hair colors? Just saying.
Make sure that person has clothes. That's reparations. That is reparations.
I thought the reparations was supposed to come from the government, huh? These ADOS weirdos, man, they're sitting here screaming about the reparations and everything else like that. We've gone through that on this channel multiple times. If you don't like your cut, that's more on you. But either way, this is not reparations, sweetheart. It's crime. It's burglary. It's theft. It's a crime. And the thing that infuriates me the most is everyone tries to, I don't want to say everyone, I'm sorry for using that term, but there's a large segment of those on the side of, basically Hydra, because they're releasing a lot of the people. They're not charging a lot of the individuals who are being caught up in these riots, and that's because these governments with the mayors and the councils, like, they're a part of Hydra. They're a part of, and I don't want to say, and I don't want to be really conspiracy theorist about it, but just look at the way that they're operating, including Governor Murphy here in New Jersey and several other elected officials who are just happily driving, the Constitution into the ground in order to, make sure that their agenda gets pushed through. And whether Ariel here recognizes it or not, she's a part of that problem.
Anything they want to take it, because these businesses have insurance. They're going to get their money back. My people.
Wow. Okay, and she about to say my people, sweetheart, lineage check, okay? She's probably like a first generationer talking about my people. Oh my goodness, because we all black. And it's like, distinctions really need to be made. White people do it for themselves all the time. Why do we not get these distinctions? Because in real talk, like, you saying talk, oh, their insurance, yeah, their insurance goes up, and so thusly the price of things in those stores go up, and inflation ensues. Like, it's ridiculous. But this is who the Kamala Harris pick to wrap the entire video back around, back on itself. This is who the Kamala Harris pick is, is basically there to cater to. Like, you are the demographic that is the base of the Democratic Party. And when individuals say how, black women are the right hand to white supremacy, well, shit. Like, I'm having a hard time not seeing it. But you may disagree, and that's what my comment section's for. All the internet stuff. If you like this, also like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Subs. If you enjoy my fantastic voice, you want to get videos like this every single day, share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you think in the comments? As far as Kamala being the pick, hey, it is what it is. They listened. They listened once black men spoke up for them. So I guess there's a lot of validity to when black women sit there and scream, "Oh, protect us, black man!" Because even if probably 80% of the quote unquote dudes on that letter or alphabetical, shoot, they still apparently listened. But you may disagree. That's what I have a comment section for. Until the next one.